Alrighty, folks, I am super excited for this conversation. Something we've been trying to line up for the last 3 or 4 weeks, but your boy's been traveling. So this is all my fault. We're going to talk with the team at Lennar. They've created a marketplace specifically for investors. We spoke to them 6 months ago, and as a registered member myself, because you know your boy's shopping, I've seen some changes. But we're going to talk to the team there and see what's what. Davis, what's going on, man? I've been seeing a lot of stuff on the marketplace change. How you been?
Yeah, good to see you again. Yeah, we've been good. It's been a busy year for us. All things in the investor marketplace. So we're real happy to be back here again with you.
Yeah, so let's remind our audience, because obviously I've been following as a fan and potentially a buyer for since the beginning. I think it's been around 10 or 11 months. But why don't you talk about what Lennar did? I think it is, very unique in the builder space. I don't know anybody else doing it to this level. So shout out the team at Lennar for doing this. But why have you created this investor marketplace?
Yeah. Just as a reminder for some background here, this marketplace launched last summer, kind of end of July into early August.
Mm-hmm.
And really the idea here was, as we looked at, Lennar's homes, we look at those and we say, there's a lot of these that, could be really interesting for kind of the retail investor, the smaller owner that maybe has a portfolio, maybe wants to grow a portfolio, or maybe wants to get into the game.
Mm-hmm.
And as we looked at the totality of where Lennar is building, the idea we had was to say, what if we just made it easier for those type of investors to really get a sense of how would this home look from an investment perspective, not just as an owner-occupied home. And so what we wanted to do was just bring to bear the opportunity of really rich, demographics, underwriting, rental comps, using some really, high quality kind of institutional level tooling, and just make that available to the everyday investor and expose our homes there, do some screening on them as well to filter out anything that has a rental restriction or doesn't make sense as a rental for one reason or another. Try to focus on the ones that, underwrite better than others, and just make that available to the everyday investor and empower them. So that's really the foundational idea and what we kind of got started with.
Yeah, I remember having this conversation in December or whenever it was. And I remember the comments. I mean, I know I had half a dozen, followers reach out to Lennar. Several of them purchased homes in different markets. So I know it's working, right? The messaging is working. When I think about the avatar for Lennar in the investor marketplace, I really see two kind of ORAT potential consumers. There's the number one would be the busy professional, kind of who I was in the beginning. Maybe can't make it cash flow in their local market, kind of intrigued by out-of-state investing, but they don't want to deal with all the headaches of picking up an existing home and remodeling and all of that. So going into a new build kind of gives you, 3, 5, 7 years of basically no capital out. You obviously got to qualify the tenant and do all of the operational stuff. But there is this second avatar, and this is the bucket I fall into specifically. We built up a portfolio over 25 years. The average age has got to be 75 years to 80 years. I'm getting older. We don't want to do this forever. We want to exit with a portfolio that our daughter could pick up and run with. So, as I hit in the intro, I am actively on the site looking at opportunities, and I will be 1031. I will sell a 90-year-old home with a gob of equity and 1031 into a brand new build. Will it be the maximum yield I would have gotten 20 years ago? Of course not. But I'm buying for peace of mind. I'm buying for not paying taxes. I'm buying to have a cleaner asset for my daughter. So I really think, whoever's running marketing, you've got really two ORAT buyers out there to think about. What do you think?
Yeah, absolutely. I think we've talked to a lot of investors and really honed in on, those two, and then maybe there's some nuance even below those two, but two high level personas of you want to either get into the game or move out of state, et cetera.
Mm-hmm.
And a new construction can help you do that with a lot more peace of mind, right?
Yeah.
Almost reasonably, certain that there's going to be, no long-term expenses over the next, handful of years, right? Maintenance is going to be pretty taken care of. You got a warranty, turnkey day one for a renter. So you kind of got that persona. But then the other one that you were talking about there as well, where you say, well, what if you're already an established investor and this is either a 1031 or a diversification approach, right? So you think about your your stock and bond portfolio.
Yeah.
If you're investing in the market, you certainly want to diversify. And the same thing can be true for real estate investors as well.
Yeah,
Not
love that.
to allocate some of your real estate towards new build. I think makes an awful lot of sense. And in addition, in the last 6 to 12 months, the premium for what you pay for a new build versus an existing home has really been inverted, right? So it's
absolutely still inverted.
Also, and I would say that was not really. We were not trying to play that. Even in the idea, I think the idea is kind of sound regardless of market dynamics, because that will. Things in the market will always ebb and flow, right? But
of course.
It is a unique thing to point out for right now.
Yeah. Well, one of the things I saw, because again, I am a member looking around, Crystal, I want to bring you in here. There's something that came out that I will admit I don't know a lot about, but I do see it. It seems like Lennar is continually making investments, which is obviously very encouraging. But there's something called the Investor Marketplace Concierge. Tell me what the heck that is, and what's the mission of that role, that activity?
Yeah, since we hired on a new associate, our Investor Marketplace Concierge, they are there to help you. We identified a gap on the website of having some questions and having someone there to be able to answer them. So we have a dedicated person on our team that handles all the Investor Marketplace questions. So whether you're entering in and having questions about how to use the website, or need to make connections, wanting to explore the platform and identifying property management or whatever tools within the platform, he's your go-to. And if you have an account, I'm sure you've heard from him. His name is Josh. And if you don't have an account, you can surely reach out and he can help you with learning about Lennar and the Investor Marketplace.
Yeah, I think that's one of the things that's obviously a very solid investment for Lennar, because again, when you get investors coming out to the marketplace, they're coming there likely with intention, and having that resource there to answer the questions. And oh, by the way, what you're going to very quickly understand after you get 100 or 200 or 300, whatever the number is, cost, is you're probably going to be able to build an FAQ. You're probably able to change the website because again, I'm going to guess 80% of the questions are roughly the same. So you're even going to be able to cycle time investments in the website faster. Does that make sense?
Yeah, we're definitely taking the feedback from the conversations that we're having and the emails, and working on enhancements to the website. If you were on it in December and you're on it today, it's going to look a lot different, and it's different to enhance.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think we should bring it up and show, because again, the team or my audience would have seen it in December. It is vastly different today. Davis, you want me to bring it up?
Yeah, for sure. That'd be great.
All right, here we go. Take it away. Tell us what's different.
Yeah, we'll talk through a few things here. So this is that landing page where the experience starts. We've made some changes here to just make it easier to immediately see some homes that are either new to market or highly viewed, or that have had a price drop, and just drill in right into those homes and get started. We have this create account as well. And really one of the biggest things that we did was, when you click get started here, it'll take you into a short quiz if you're not logged in. And the idea, ask you 3 real basic questions. Where are you looking to invest? What type of homes you're looking to invest in, to help us tailor recommendations for you. I think one of the things we've heard and recognized is, given the size and scale of Lennar, we have a lot out there, right? Yeah. So how can we help investors identify what might be a good fit for them, and even just where to start, right? So that's one of the changes we've made. From there, once you actually get into the marketplace, if you've gone through and done that quiz flow, we'll actually tag some of these homes as recommended for you. We'll give you like 10 recommendations to start with. There'll be a little tag up here on the home site card. So, we've done, as Crystal mentioned, we've spent a lot of time in user interviews and surveys and gathering feedback and trying to bake those things in now.
Right.
Those are some of the major things. Some other things, just again, to help with usability. You want to see homes that have just had a price drop or are new within the last 7 days, you can filter and see that. This search up here, this is called a semantic search now. This is an AI powered search where you can just say, hey, I want to find, 3-bed homes in Dallas with a 5% or greater cap rate,
Yep.
And you can just type that information in that way, and it'll just pull those homes up and filter them for you there.
No, that's really cool. So I am curious when if you were to kind of summarize, let's just call it 6 months, right? Since we spoke last, what has been, kind of activity? What's been the general feel? Because I have to imagine, again, Lennar being out on the bleeding edge, kind of first to do this as a large scale builder. I suspect people are like, really? Is that, what's going on? But I guess now it's almost been a year. People are probably now leaning in, going, okay, I get it. You're really carving out a brand new market and serving some new clients on purpose. What's been the general vibe and feel?
Yeah, Crystal, you want to take that? Talk about how things have looked the last 3-4 months here.
Yeah, we've definitely seen growth overall in the platform and the usage, getting more new registrations to the site, and also seeing returning users increase. And Josh is seeing more and more people that he's engaging with and helping them through the offer submission process and connecting to those different local teams within the division. So we're seeing the momentum with the spring selling season, similar to the residential side. We've definitely picked up in the past quarter for all activities from traffic to sales. So it's been really promising, and we've been seeing a lot of growth on the site.
Yeah, it makes complete sense to me because, you guys know this, but for the general audience, right now, new homes are priced below existing home sales, at least when we look median to median. I also think what I've seen, roll over the last 6 months is, again, you're really focusing in on what I'll call investor language, right? It's not just, hey, here's a bunch of our homes. Now you're trying to help educate, investors and speak our language, which I think has been a great improvement and looks like it's continuing.
Yeah, that's right. I think we have a lot forthcoming as well, based on, again, the feedback we've gotten, what we're learning along the way here in terms of how do we lay out the information for investors? How do we help them make sense quickly of, an investment opportunity? And when you drill into one of these, homes, how do I get a real quick sense of what the returns are and what are the variables I should be looking more closely at, et cetera. So we have, a really robust roadmap of changes that are forthcoming here as well to keep doing that. We want to speak the language of these, retail investors. And, as Chris was mentioning too, with Josh on board, is one of the, the unique characteristics of him and this team is that, they live and breathe that world all day, right? So they can hopefully really relate to what investors are looking for.
Here's a total right turn question. Again, if you don't know, it's completely fine, but this idea just popped in my head. I don't know if this is something that we could make happen, but it might be fun to interview an investor who's done a deal or two here and really get their story. I'm happy to do it on my channel, because I obviously Lennar is a public company and there's, other, lots of other rules and regulations. I'm just a guy that talks on the internet, but it might be fun if somebody's open to having one of those discussions. Cause I think creating what I'll call an investor profile of like a real human being, right now, as I said earlier, I see 2 avatars, but if we could turn that avatar into, I'll just use my own name, Mike Zuber. Right, here's Mike Zuber, and he bought one in Henderson, Nevada. I think that would even make it more meaningful. I know there's several folks in my community. I'm actually thinking I can try to reach out to them and see if they're game to have this conversation. But I think the more and more we could make this real versus theory, probably is a good idea. What do you guys think? Is that crazy?
I love that idea. I think that'd be wonderful. We'd welcome that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not crazy at all.
All right, cool. So I may reach out for help. I'll reach out in my community first to see if we can make that happen. But maybe you guys, Josh is his name. I'm guessing Josh probably has good relationships with a couple of buyers already. Maybe they've done 1 or 2 transactions, and Josh may even be able to nominate somebody who'd love to come on and tell their story. I don't know. Just thinking.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I know you have a roadmap. You've already talked about a lot more stuff coming. You want to give us a taste or tease of things that we're going to see over the next 3 to 6 months, or is that a big no?
No, that's fine. I think, some of what we're going to be looking at here is, I guess, probably two high level categories of work. I'll say that the first is kind of building upon, what I was talking about earlier in terms of how do we help investors navigate this map, and identify where is a great fit for you and how do we do some of the heavy lifting for you. So, I think we've got some work that we're doing right now around buy boxes and recommendations and more guided approach there. For the investors that want that, and for the investors that come to the site and they already know exactly what they're looking for, great, they can still go down that path. But that's one category of work. And then I think probably the other one is just continued usability enhancements to kind of the home details page here when you click in, and how do you get a real quick sense of what the returns look like, and what are the key things you need to pay attention to. Those are probably two of the high level categories.
Can you zoom in on that map? I just want to see, because it looks like you're in, I don't know, you're probably in 80% of the largest markets in the country.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Lennar has got 45 plus divisions. So we're coast to coast. We got really all the major markets. Obviously quite a bit in Texas and kind of the Sun Belt in Florida, but going up the East Coast as well.
Yeah, look at that.
So most major markets we're in at this point.
Yeah, so I'd have to go back and check, because again, it's been since January, maybe even February when I heard couple of my folks got some deals done. But as I recall, they were all in what I'll call the Southeast. And again, that's probably more to do with that particular investor. But certainly seems like some folks in my community were buying in the Southeast. Where are you? Like, I don't know if you can answer, but where are you seeing the most activity? Like, do you have a feel for that, or is it kind of hit and miss?
Yeah, Crystal, what would you say? What are some of the top?
Yeah, we see a lot of activity in the Texas markets. So Dallas, San Antonio, Houston. But some of the other areas where we see traction would be Florida, some of the Californias, Alabama. So really the southern half of the country is where we're seeing a lot of activity.
Yeah.
It's interesting to know, as Crystal mentioned, there are then still these pockets that, I love seeing this, where you got investors that are looking for homes in, Central California.
Yeah.
And there's the homes that underwrite pretty well out there, and, kind of, there's been still a scattering of interest, really throughout, I would say probably every market. And then certainly the concentrations, as Crystal was mentioning.
Yeah. Yeah. The other thing I'm thinking about, again, because I do think one of the avatars is excuse me, is somebody who works perhaps in the Silicon Valley or Manhattan or, one of these high priced areas, and they're looking out of state. Have you guys ever thought about doing kind of it's not really a Lennar profile, but maybe like a city profile? Like, hey, do you know these 10 fun facts about Austin or Dallas or whatever? But again, from the investor's perspective, it's not, hey, here's where Disneyland is. It's, hey, population growth was X, income is Y, kind of those kind of maybe city or what. Have you thought about some things like that?
We've thought about a few different things of how do we continue to enhance the site and what are those resources. One thing that registered users will see is we do have a newsletter that comes out that talks about some of the concentrated areas that Lennar is in, and the investment features of those markets and what are some good opportunities to look at depending on their strategy.
Oh, I love that. I love that. What, obviously we've had the link or the URL on the screen this whole time, investor-marketplace.lennar.com. Any other kind of closing thoughts for this discussion?
I think we're looking forward to, being back in the weeks to come. We'll dive into some other topics, related to, financing, warranty. We really just want to be here to be a resource for investors as well, I would say. We really want to make sure that we're able to, help answer questions they have and, kind of solve the end-to-end problem for them. So
very cool.
If there's any questions, comments, we're always open to it.
Yeah. So is the process, go to the link on the screen, click the register button, and then, I don't know, 24, 48 hours, they'll hear from Josh. Is that kind of the process?
Much, yep. You'll hear from Josh within 24 hours. You'll get our welcome email. You'll be able to explore, but you can always give him a call or send him an email ahead of that. Reach out from him.
Very cool. And do me a favor, folks, tell them you came from ORAT so they know where the inbound interest came from. That way we can get questions focused just on the ORAT community. I would greatly appreciate it. Well, thank you guys for being here. You're doing great work. I've loved the evolution and I look forward to what's coming.
Thanks so much. We appreciate it.
You got it. Bye.